Nobody really see my face. You can see my cigarette, that's about it. But I don't really want anybody seeing my face right now anyway. Today's been one of those really bad days. The depression's fucking with me. I just found out last night my mom's whole reason for moving down here with my daughter was to try to pull me back into a religion that I want nothing to do with. My daughter didn't even know this till she overheard her telling this to my brother. And God damn it. I really don't know what to say or what to do. But from what I was told, basically she was using my daughter to try to pull me back into a religion that I want nothing to do with. She wanted to try to pull me away from the woman that I love and from her children that I've taken as my own, that I consider my own kids. And to those of you asking what the hell kind of religion would do this, Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't talk about it that much. But it's pretty much nothing but you fuck up, you go against what they tell you that you're supposed to do. You're kicked out of the religion. You're basically made an outcast. All your friends can't speak to you anymore. Your own family is supposed to shun you, not to have anything to do with you. Or your family, if you're married or you're living with somebody and they don't want anything to do with it, they get shunned too. But I haven't seen my daughter since she was a year old. Because of shit my ex did. Shit that I was exonerated for. Proved innocent. All charges were on her. I'm about to go into some stuff that not many people know. Those of you out there that want to know me, well, this is something that's got to get said. When myself and my ex moved from Georgia to Missouri back in 2006. No. Fuck, I can't even remember the year we moved. But we left my daughters in the custody of my mother because at that point in time we didn't know where we were going to be. By 2006, her and I had split. Yes, we were living in the same house, but we were not sharing a bed. She had her own room. I had mine. I had started a relationship with another woman. After it was brought to my attention while living in a homeless shelter that she was seen out with other guys, when I confronted her, she admitted it. She admitted she had fucked him, that she had cheated. And I told her at that point I was done. When I got involved with this other woman, after about 2 months, 3 months, she offered to let me move in. I agreed. My ex threw an emotional fit, begged me to let her come, that she'd stay in another room. She wouldn't interfere with me or anything else. Like a fucking idiot, I fell for it. For a short stint there, I had took off because of crap that was going on. I took off, came back, and I'm not going to go into that situation. That's some things that are between me, my soon-to-be wife, and those I consider my family, and those people know. But in 2006, we ended up all moving. My ex, this other woman, her daughter, all ended up moving into a mobile home. We had a bunch of people over at the house that were visiting, friends of mine. My ex decided, when everybody was called for dinner, to proceed to shove people into the walls to get to the food first. Take more than her share. And tell me and other people in the house basically go fuck themselves. She was going to do what she wanted to do. I won't get into any more of that, but it was probably 2 months before that. She had wrote up a paper that she wanted me to sign. I didn't want to sign it. In fact, I didn't sign it. That she wanted notarized, giving custody of my daughters, full custody of my daughters, to my mother. I didn't want to sign it. She forged my signature to the papers. Went down, had a friend of hers that was a notary. That's no longer a notary in the state of Missouri. But at the time she was. And she got it notarized and mailed it to my mother. That's how my mom ended up with custody of my kids. My oldest daughter's now sitting in a foster home, supposedly adopted out. They've changed her name because of lies that were made against me. Lies that were made against my soon-to-be wife. See, I've never put this out public. Never. Yeah, I know a lot of you are going to probably see a black blank screen video with nothing but my voice, but right now I don't want nobody seeing my face. That's why I'm sitting out back right now in the dark. So, yeah. Because of this, because I didn't want to go back to being a Jehovah's Witness, my mom decides to get a hold of one of my brothers that lives up in Michigan, have him come down here after she lied to me, lied to my next oldest brother, lied to her own brother, my uncle, saying that he would be here on the 31st of last month. He either showed up on the night of the 30th or early ass butt crack of dawn on the 31st. Got them and took them back to Michigan. I was around my daughter constantly for maybe a week and a half total. Rest of the time, my mom always made sure she went to go do stuff when my daughter was in school. Excuse me for a second. The one time I was able to see her after we got him into a place and she got into school and got everything taken care of, Lee and I helped her with her homework. That was about a week before she was taken out of my life again. That was a week before I ended up losing a piece of my heart that I thought I had gotten back that I'd lost years ago. And now I find out, like I said, my mom did the most despicable, vile, hypocritical thing somebody could ever do with their child. Something that unfortunately happens within this fucking cult more than people realize, that tears apart families. People wonder why the Jehovah's Witnesses keep the numbers of suicides of their members shall we say classified or hidden. They don't disclose it because they know if they did, the government would have a major shitstorm heading their way. Now, I'm not telling anybody or saying that I'm going to kill myself. Farthest from it. I've got my soon-to-be wife here that depends on me, that loves me for who I am, knows what I'm going through. As difficult as it may be to understand some of the things, she does her damnedest to understand. And I have my 3 stepkids I love like they're my blood. So for anybody gets in their head, no. I'm not planning on taking myself out of this world. I'm just saying there's a vast majority of people that have taken their lives because of this shit. Because of being torn away from their families. Children that have been emotionally scarred. Being torn from their mothers, their fathers, their families. Here I am seeing all this happening on all the groups that I'm in for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, of children being torn apart because of family members basically being taken away, being torn away from them. Sitting here all these years, thinking to myself, it's horrible that it's happening to these people, but that's not going to happen to me. And here I am sitting, a broken man. Because it's happened to me.